What's up, guys? We're gonna welcome Just Ask Andy to the channel. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Ms. Andy.
Hi
Introduce
guys.
yourself. I'm sorry.
No problem. Hi guys. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll follow me as Just Ask Andy. Again, my name is Andy. I'm a wealth strategist. I'm located here in Texas, in Houston, Texas to be exact. So basically what I do, I'm a wealth strategist, and that basically goes into helping people with generational wealth, passive income, and investments. My biggest pet peeve that I push out to all my clients is make sure you have a budget.
So since we're gonna start with wealth strategist,
Okay.
please explain to people what's the difference between wealth strategist and financial planner.
Okay, so a financial planner is basically a person who just look at your finances, and they look at your finances currently where you are, and they look at it for future references. So if they want to look for 3 months, 6 months to a year to 3 years to 5 years, they're looking at your finances and seeing where you can be predict where you're trying to go in those many years. Whereas a wealth strategist, they're looking at your finances for as your budget. They're also looking at your passive income if you have some, if you don't. And to that, we look at investments and go on to generational wealth.
So what kind of investment you advise your people to go into?
So depending on the profile itself or the client who's trying to build their profile, we look at, like, if you're more like a 21 and younger, we'll look at more of taking over your parents, maybe information, if it's going into probate, or if your parents still living, we try to build credit off of their leverage, what they may have, right? So the investment piece goes into credit, however you want to look at it. We look at the clients from the ages of 13 to 21. You can start building your credit at the age of 13, believe it or not.
Now, how you do that? With trade lines? Like hop it on somebody else's credit card?
Yes, you can go that way. You can go, it's different ways that you can do it, but that is one way you will do it. You'll go off your parents' credit. Now, if your parents' credit is shot, you will still try to find, hey, I'm not judging. But you will try to find someone that's around you that understand, like, hey, I want to move to another level. So they'll just add you to their trade line.
All right, give me another way, because I need to know this. I'm learning too.
Oh, yeah. So you can actually start with doing the savings of the investment with the 529 plan, which is a savings plan for kids. And they usually use that for, like, if you go to college or anything else, right? Well, they can connect it to your actual credit report as a loan of savings, and it actually start building that way also.
So what, you can also get like a CD too at 13 or no?
You can't get it at 13, but you can sign on with your parents at 15. So the name of the game, how to start with the kids, is basically add them onto accounts that you know that you're going to pay on time, or you know you're not going to touch. Because once they hit 18, it's longevity. They're looking at the length of credit, remember, versus who credit they're on. So if they already have it, it works.
I plan on doing that with my kids.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. And next year, I'm going to open like an LLC for each of them and then start buying one house a year.
Yeah, so I believe in every household, no matter how many kids you have, you should have one rental property per child.
Yeah. I'm doing one per year. So
well, hey, one per year, okay. Just don't mess up these kids' credit.
Then they're going to have the money.
And they have to call Just Ask Andy.
But I'm just saying, like, if they want to go to college, I ain't got to pull out my pocket, pull out the equity of the houses and stuff, you know?
Right, and that's why you connect it to a 529 plan too, so they won't have to pay as much taxes.
Hey, see, we're going to have to talk a little bit more after this.
I'm gonna keep plugging you in. Just Ask Andy.
So let's see. What's more of your client base, credit repair or wealth strategist?
So actually, I'm just not moving into the position of a wealth strategist as of February, for the simple fact that I've been doing credit since 2011 myself, right? I started off with personal credit, and then I got a little, savvy, and I moved up to business credit. And so actually this year, I actually did a mentorship with someone, and we were just doing a little strategy session, and she was like, well, you're not just a credit repair lady. You know more than that. And I'm like, yeah, I know this, I know that. She's like, what? You know all of this? You need to offer all of this. So I'm like, okay. And so she's like, well, you teach more about wealth in the kids. So you teach more about generational wealth. And I say, yeah, that's my goal. I want to leave my legacy for my kids, not for someone to say, she did credit repair. Wow. Right?
Yeah.
So my whole thing was like, well, what am I doing? She said, well, you're doing a strategy and you teaching about wealth. You're a wealth strategist. Okay.
Yeah.
So it worked. And I did my research behind it before I changed my title. And I started looking into everything that I actually do. And I was like, okay, this is what I do. This is my full circle. You know, sometimes when you level up, you got to understand what you do and how you do it. And I'm a wealth strategist.
Yeah, I like that. I think I'm a wealth strategist as well. I'm always giving people advice, but I'm not,
Yeah, I mean, you can go from a coaching, you can go from a mentor. It depends on where you're headed. Because remember, they teach about business plan, but your business plan always changes, but the mission statement doesn't.
Stays the same.
So if you know that you're leveling up, well, you need to look at their business plan and see where you're leveling it up at. Change the title.
I got you. So let's jump into credit. So
okay.
What's what's the most negative thing that's usually on people's credit report?
Foreclosures and repossessions. Well, bankruptcies are okay. The thing is with bankruptcy, even though a mortgage company will tell you, oh my God, that's bad, because you have this, we can't finance you. That's fine. Don't go through a bank. Go through a hard money lender.
People don't know. All right. I'm sorry. Let's explain. What is a hard money lender? Not everybody knows what it is.
Huh?
Not everybody know what a hard money lender is. So
well, I mean, that's actually your piece, but that's fine.
All right. I guess I could do it. For y'all that don't know, a hard money lender is basically like a private institution. It could be it could be your uncle, your cousin. Basically, private money and hard money is the same thing, but hard money is hard terms, so like 13-14%, and sometimes they charge points. It could be like 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And the points is basically if you borrow $80,000, you got to pay 1% of $80,000, 2% or whatever. That's what the points is. So, and hard money is usually hard because they're taking a risk on you. So that's why hard money. Well, yeah, you can keep going now.
Well, no. Thank you for explaining that. That's actually a good way to put it. Well, but in my case, when I'm explaining to people who have bad credit, who feel like, I just can't get out, I would never have good credit. I don't know, a mortgage company would never approve me. And I'm like, hey, if it's a will, it's a way.
Yeah, there's always a way in real estate.
Right. So it also goes with my new title, because it's one of those things. We're not just talking about credit and this is what you have to do to go here. No, let's strategize this. Let's figure this out. Even though you may start off with a hard money loan, well, guess what? Once you're in a house for so long, let's refinance that thing, right? They get their money back. You get a lower interest rate. Everybody's happy, right?
Everybody win.
Yep.
Yeah. So look. Is that true? Is it true that you could delete everything off your credit report?
Is it true? Yes, it is. Is it right? No, it's not. Is it good? Not at all.
So really, all right, tell us the good and bad of it.
So the bad part is what I'll start off with, right? The bad part is if you delete everything, I mean, you have no credit.
You got to start all over.
Right. So let's just say, for example, I come to you and say, hey, let me borrow some money, right? Yeah. You don't know me from Adam or Eve. You're like, what? Right? But let me come to you, and I got 3 people that that know in goodwill, good faith, that I do pay my bills on time. I'm just falling on a hard time right now, and you are the angel investor that I need, right? Yeah. You will take that risk, right?
Right.
Same thing with your credit report. And let's clear this up right now. I don't deal with credit reports because credit reports are your credit scores. I only deal with credit profiles. Okay? So I don't care what your number is. If you call me as a client, and say, hey, Andy, I'm ready to move forward. Let's work on my credit report. I will stop you right in your tracks and say, hey, we don't work on credit report. We work on credit profiles. Okay?
Right.
So with that being said, you can come in with this 700 score and like, well, I can't get this off of my credit report. I don't know what's wrong. Well, you have to look at it 3 different ways. If you delete it, you delete the length of history, you delete the credit limit, and you delete the credit balance. Well, all of that is a mix of your credit profile all the way together. So you have to be careful of what you work with and what you don't work with, right? So a person who deletes everything, you're going to instantly have bad credit. Well, all bad credit is not bad credit. It's just how do you fix it to go to the next level?
The length is important. The length of the accounts is very important, right?
Very, very important. But the balance of the account and that the account is closed is what makes it bad.
You don't want closed accounts either, right?
No, well. Depending on what it is. Like, let's say you had a repossession, right? And now you couldn't pay it back, so they closed the account. Well, after 3 years, it don't even matter. But what it matters on is the debt to income ratio.
All right. So what you want your debt to credit ratio to be? Is it like what, under 30% or something like that?
Well, your credit usage, you want it under 30%, but if you are my client, you have to be under 20%.
Oh, damn.
Hey, just
ask Andy. So explain what's a good credit profile. Like you need 3 accounts open, you need a car loan, a house loan, a credit card. Explain that a little bit. What's a good credit profile?
A good credit profile, depending on what are you trying to get? You're trying to get a home? Trying to get a car? You're trying to get a credit card? Give me an example. Throw something at me. I got you.
I want a house.
Okay. So if you want a house and you want a good credit mix, what you want to look at is have at least 3 credit cards, right? Those credit cards, as far as the balance and the limits, need to be at for a good interest rate. You want to at least write at 25%, right?
No, that's for each card, or you add them all together?
No, all together, you want to be under 20%. The way to be under 20% is each trade line have to be under a certain percentage. So you can have 10% on 2 and maybe 30, 40 on another one, and it still may average out to be under that 30%, but you want it like 25%, right? The next thing I would say if you can have a car trade line on it, have it, but have the car at least for 2 to 3 years, so it won't be so much interest. But if you have a brand new car, remember the hard inquiry is still bringing down your score itself, so it fluctuates when it comes down to looking for a home, right? Mm-hmm. Then you have to put that amount into your debt to income ratio, so you want to be careful, right?
Right.
The last thing I would say, always have like another little trade line. Like if you plan on going to buy some furniture, some jewelry, or anything like that, have a little small trade line to show that you've been paying good for at least about 3 to 6 months. That way they can see that you pay your bills on time. For as the amounts, there's every profile is different for the simple fact I don't make the same money that you make. So that's where the taxes come in at. Your home loan officer, what they look at is the debt that's actually on the report itself, and they calculate it, and they want you under, I think it's 58% in order for you to get approved. But for as the interest rate, they want you closer to 40% or lower. So that's why that 25% is good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You preach the 20 to 25 instead of the 30.
Yeah, because I mean, you need some wiggle room. What if you gotta go swipe the card for something?
Yeah, right? You got an emergency or something.
Yeah, like you need some new tires, something. You need a new water heater. The kids done broke their arm or some crap like that. You gotta have enough to give you a little wiggle room. And I mean, maybe $3,000 to $5,000. $5,000 on the high end will take you to another credit usage percentage. But if you like 3,000 and under, you should be fine. Depending on what's on your credit profile.
So look, why people think credit repair is a scam?
So I'm gonna just be straightforward with you. Can I be real with you?
Let me hear.
Let me be real with you. And everybody in the YouTube land, okay? When it comes down to it, just ask Andy seriously about this, okay? For all my fellow family members that's doing credit repair. Now, you know how you have those family members, some of them just can't get right. They just take the money and they gone, right?
Everybody got them.
Right. But you do have those family members who's there with you no matter what. You can mess up 20 times and they still there, right?
Yeah.
Well, in the credit repair family, you have those people who tell you, okay, we just gonna delete everything and you should be straight, go get a car and then don't worry about it. What?
Nah.
And then you have customers who say, well, let's do that, but what if it come back on my report? And they wiggle around the answer so you don't really pay attention. Well, scratch all that. If you pay your money, you need to know what you're paying your money for. You need to understand if you're going to have some coaching calls. You need to understand you are not just getting letters in the mail and you're just emailing them. No, I need to know my way of doing it. I'm coaching call each month. You get one call each month for at least 2 hours. On top of that, because I need to make sure you're all the way together. We don't talk once a month, and I push the budget plan. So just because we're working on your profile, that budget plan still have to be right. So I need all your time at that time. So you getting your money's worth, even if we're talking about your kids, what happened to your boyfriend, whatever. You got 2 hours to go over that information with you.
Giving that value.
Right. On top of that, I'm teaching you as everything going, because not everybody know what credit limits are. Not everyone know what trade lines are. Not everybody know about joint accounts and piggybacking. They don't know about that. So my way of educating you financial literacy, on top of that with investments, on top of that saying, okay, once we're done, you still need to do this. Once we're finished, then I still give you a call like 3 months later and say, hey, what's up? How everything going? And guess what? You think about credit repair, you think about Andy, you like, yo, she was on it, she this, she that. And some of my clients are actually on Facebook or Instagram, and I follow them where they follow me. So of course when I see they tag, they logged into the mall, what are you doing? They on somebody else's page, like, yeah, put me in line for those J's. Is that in your budget? It's all fun. You're learning. You understand where your money is going. If you are getting into investments, whether it's just your Robinhood investments for your stocks, are you looking at investment with home? Are you just looking at investment with your child? I'm talking about all of that value within those 5 months that you're actually with my company. So. Yeah, so that's the kind of weed part of, is it a scam? It's a scam if you don't know what you're paying your money for. It's a scam if you see accounts going off of your credit report and then coming back and then you call a person and they don't answer. It's a scam if you don't have their direct contact, whether it's just an email or you can text them. I just strongly recommend a contract needs to be signed, period. An agreement needs to be known. And you should be accountable just like that credit repair person is accountable. You have some people pay their money and don't even call back. You have some people pay their money and then we like, okay, did you pay your bills? Oh, man. How? So many people want to say it's a scam. So many people want to say it's a scam because they're not doing what they're supposed to do, right?
Right.
So, it's a give or take situation. It's a whole relationship. You get it. You get what you put in. If you don't put in nothing, we take that extra coins and be like, all right.
So you ran into a couple of people like that? They just never.
Listen, when I first started credit repair back in 2011, I was running everything. Kid you not. I only charged $300 for 6 months.
That's not bad.
Not bad. People want you to be their parents. They want you to hold their hand. They want you to do everything for them. So $300 for 6 months, that's ridiculous, right? Yeah. So it was a life experience, and I understood at that time for me to level up and make my clients accountable for what they're doing, I had to go up on my price, right?
Right.
So then so the example is I had a client that actually came to me and asked me to pay their bills. It's like, well, I'm paying you the $300. You're going to pay it out the $300, right? And I was like,
nah.
Am I being pranked? Like,
that don't make sense.
What? Right. But you have people going to try whatever they can try, right?
Yeah,
I
they gonna
also
try to take
had a
advantage.
client, it was an older lady, right? And I was like, oh, she need my help. Let me help her. Went to her house. This back in the day when I was driving around with the folder in my hand, all the papers, my highlighters, my pens, all that. Went to her house and I was like, oh man, she really need my help. So I ended up scratching the $300 because I'm like, you know
Trying to
what?
help out.
No. At that point in time, I just want the help because I understood what denial would felt like.
Yeah.
But I was honestly at that time, I was a baby boomer. So I would go for anything. You'll say, oh man, my lights got cut off. Oh, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out, right? No, can't do that anymore.
Nah,
Well,
people take advantage of that.
that's exactly what she did. So I'm going with her. She telling about her grandkids, how she trying to do this with her grandkids. Long story short, we got her her credit up. Sent her to the mortgage loan officer. We was good. Got right to the underwriter. She went and got brand new furniture. Went and got a brand new car.
Right
She's like,
before the
she got
closing?
my credit up, so I felt like I could go do it. And I said, but you didn't call me and ask me any questions or anything? No, because you gonna fix it. Wait, what?
What?
So yeah, you got some people that try. They try they look, but now 2018, we don't play them games at all. If we schedule an appointment, if we book an appointment, you gotta pay. If you miss an appointment, you gotta
You
pay.
still gotta pay.
Yeah.
Look, let me ask you this. So you ever fix somebody credit,
Mm-hmm.
they messed it up and they came right back?
All the time. I have a client right now. This guy, I love him to death, and he's very popular here in Houston. Like it's crazy. It's really crazy. But he literally he came to me. He paid his money or whatever, and when he paid his money, he was like, "Okay, yes, I want to do this. Yes, I want to do this." So I'm like, "All right, cool." Well, he messed it up. So he came back. He was like, "Oh man, Andy, I got this going on." I'm like, "How you mess up your credit every 6 months, bro? Every 6 months?" I said, "Just put me on the payroll.
You
Just
might
put
as
me on the
well.
payroll."
Hey, nothing wrong with that though.
But
Return
every
the
time he wants something, literally he come back and there's always something going on. Like right now, currently, he's in the midst of getting a car for his mom, and then he's gonna get a G-Wagon, and then he want to get a house. Yeah, I'm so serious. I'm so serious.
That's too much.
Actually, the people who have the money are the ones who mess up their credit the most. Believe it or not.
But they don't care. They got the money to fix it.
I got the money.
They
Credit
got
repair is
money.
a scam. Y'all can't do nothing for me.
Okay,
Okay.
let me ask you one more question.
Okay.
So, like, say somebody have a medical bill on their credit report,
Okay.
like they owe 5,000 or something,
All right.
and you get it deleted. Do they still owe that 5,000 or no?
They owe the debt to the company, but it should not report on their credit report ever again.
Ever?
Ever. It's a credit law that actually
Fair Credit Reporting Act, or what is it? Something like that?
Fair Credit Reporting Act and a HIPAA.
HIPAA, the HIPAA form, saying they're not supposed to share documents, right?
That also, and it's one more, and I just went blank, but it's one more law. You drop those three on a dispute letter if it ever comes back, and you actually can sue the company for adding it back onto your actual.
Ooh, then you're gonna make that money.
You ain't gonna make that much, but you make $1,000. I think it's $1,000 every 10,000 or something like that.
1,000 you ain't have.
That's true, but you gotta not go to court. You gotta pay the counter suit.
It ain't worth $1,000 then.
It's really not. Just send them the letter, send it to the credit bureaus, and keep it moving. But it will help your credit score like crazy.
All right. But I got a lot of people ask me that.
Yeah. And you just have to be, how can I say? You just have to know what you're doing. Because a lot of people feel like I just send a dispute letter and I'm good.
Nah.
No. You have to put the correct language into the dispute letter to see actual action. And some people feel like, well, it should be done in 30 days. No, sometimes you got to send 2 or 3 letters. And you have to say, well, this is my second letter. This is my third letter. You know, you have to. That's why people like, well, I'm trying to get my score up in 30 days. All right, well, don't call Andy because I can't help you, baby.
So the people that promote, we could make your credit score jump or, something. You know what I'm talking about in 30 days.
Yeah, 30, 45 business. No, it's true. But it depends on each client. Nobody credit report is going to mimic anybody else's credit report ever in life. If that happens, somebody got some fraud going on, period.
So they got a lot of fraud going on in the credit repair industry?
Yeah, yes. I had Medicaid fraud. And the thing is, I actually work at a hospital also. So I see it all the time. And they like, well, they going to mess up my credit. I'm like, you're going to have more than that. You're going to have a felony, boo. But, you know, it is what it is.
So you work with people just in Houston or other states as well?
Oh, no. I'm actually certified in Louisiana. I'm also certified in Atlanta.
Hey,
Louisiana. You know, I've been trying to get what I can get.
You got some Louisiana clients or what?
I do.
That's my area.
That's fine. Send them to me.
Hey, I might hook you up.
Okay. You know, it's all about communication and networking. We can make it happen. That's my hashtag for 2018. Make it happen.
Hey, well, we got a little network going on now, so send some people your way.
No problem at all.
So I guess we're going to end it. We've been going on a little while. So
okay.
If anybody want to find you, how could they find Just Ask Andy?
So I have my little card right here. Hopefully you guys can see it right here. Can you see that right there?
Yeah, that's clear. That's clear. And so, I can also put all the details in the description. As well.
Okay, that too. And then this the fancy part on the back of it. It looks like a little credit card. You like that?
I like that. Make people pick it up if you drop it on the ground or something.
Oh, I do that method all the time. You walk in Target, Walmart. I didn't throw a card somewhere. I'm like, oops.
You know,
but if you do want to find me on IG, you can find me at JustAsk_Andy. If you're looking for me on Facebook, you can find me at my business page, which is Accurate Fits Credit Company. If you just want to,
make sure they get it right.
Oh yeah, Accurate Fits Credit Company. Okay. I also have an exclusive group on Facebook, which is Accurate Fits Credit Group. Yep.
You can join the group.
Yeah, you can join the group. Slide on in there.
Slide in there.
I got some realtors in there, and actually a loan officer. He's in there. John Lee, what's his name?
Come on.
James Lee. He's in there also. Hey, I'm not listening. It's enough stuff going around for everybody. I'm not mad at nobody at all.
All right. Well, thank you for coming or joining us on this video.
No problem.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to get value from it.
Okay. I really appreciate it. Y'all already know if y'all have any questions.
Just ask Andy. All right, y'all. See you on the next video.
Bye-bye.